Allie. I am here to talk about my TTC journey to conceive Emily. Yesterday's VEDA video kind of inspired me to talk more about it. I know YouTube has brought a large amount of women who are trying to conceive, have fertility problems, PCOS, to this community. That's what brought me here. So I figured why not kind of rewind, go back, talk about the journey that I went through to get little Miss Emily. So November of 2011, I went off of birth control. We got married, November 2010, I went off birth control. We were married in October of 2010. I had always been told that I'd probably have some problems getting pregnant. Had never gotten a normal period. I also have endometriosis. So that's what we figured might take some time for me to get back on track with a period, so we went off there. March of 2011, I still had not gotten a period, so I went to a regular OBGYN. Had a horrific experience. The woman did not understand, just wanted to give me some Provera and cover up the problem. Which, if you're familiar, Provera is just kind of a fake way to get your period. It's not really like, it's not as significant like you're ovulating, here's your period. So, took the Provera still, thought it maybe would kickstart me. It didn't. Come June of 2011, I decided to come take matters into my own hands, and I found a phenomenal fertility clinic here in New Jersey with some of the top doctors, not only in the state, but in the country. So they were phenomenal. They brought us both in, gave us genetic testing, top to bottom, did sperm counts for John, it did ultrasounds for me, and then just figured, okay, let's try and get you a period first, and then we'll go from there. Come August, it was still just not happening. They didn't want to cover up the problem with Provera, so they decided to do a Clomid round. Did one round of Clomid, and nothing happened. So then we went on to get an HSG. Went through the HSG process and the actual procedure. Everything was great, came out great, my tubes look great, so we moved on from there and started another round of Clomid, a higher dosage, and we included the trigger shot of Overdrug. Nothing worked. Next round happened in October. Went through it again. Nothing worked. Next round, fourth round in November. Again, they put the higher doses of the Clomid where I like maxed out how much Clomid you could take with the trigger shot. Got my period at the end of November. It was then we sat down again and talked about what my next options were. They believed that IUI would not work with me because of not only not ovulating on my own. When I did ovulate and get eggs, they were very, very small. So sometimes they would say, did you get your period? We can see you've got one, and I didn't even notice that I had. So beginning of December, I started taking Gonal-F shots, and then I would go through to the IVF process. With the Gonal-F shots, if you're familiar, they just make you feel so hormonal, and I'm very, very afraid of shots. So every night, knowing my husband was coming at me with those shots was just crying, bawling, but it was just kind of like you knew there was a goal to get to, and that was the only thing that got me through that. So 3 days into my shots, one of the nurses realized that, because they're monitoring you and monitoring how many eggs you're making, because they don't want you ending up like Octomom, per se. She realized that when I was ready for harvesting would be the same time that the lab was closed, because labs in fertility clinics have to close every few months to completely clean, disinfect out the entire labs. So I was not going to be able to get IVF. They asked if I wanted to do IUI, and because I was already into the shots, I figured why not. We also have phenomenal health insurance, as well as our state mandates that they have to cover IUIs. So it was just kind of like, well, why not? I've already done the shots. We've already gotten into this. I might as well just not do it for nothing. Might as well try the IUI. There's the cat next to me. So went ahead. As they were monitoring me, I had 3 eggs. They were extremely small. Only one that they thought would be a viable egg to even try the pregnancy. So we went ahead and got the IUI on December 7th of 2011. I tried doing a pregnancy test 7 days past ovulation, and I got a negative. The week of Christmas, we were going to be going away. So I had gone in, they wanted me to come in on Christmas Eve, but I wouldn't have been here. So they just said, you can take one on your own ahead of time, or if you haven't gotten your period by Christmas Eve, don't drink, is what they said to me. So So the Monday leading up to Christmas Eve, we were still home. I did a pregnancy test and it came up positive. Yeah. There you go. Came up positive. Very shocked that it did. I was at that point 3 weeks, 3 days, consider 3 weeks, 3 days, and went from there. When we got back from vacation, I was over 4 weeks by that point. It was about 4.5 weeks. Went in, they did the blood test, all that, confirmed I was pregnant. Went in the following week when I was 5.5 weeks. They saw 2 sacs, 2 babies, and that was shocking to everybody involved because we were told that really only 1 egg should have been even viable to get pregnant. Went back at 6.5 weeks, between 6 and 6.5 weeks, and we saw both heartbeats of both. And then we went back right before the 8-week mark when they were going to discharge me per se to go to regular OBGYN. At that point in time, they did not see a heartbeat on the other embryo. So only baby A, Emily, was viable at that point. When they looked into it, it looked like it was what they call vanishing twin. And then when they looked more at the sac the following weeks, they had me come back. It was definitely a genetic abnormality that just kind of went back into the placenta and all was safe and done. So it was extremely heart-wrenching, anybody that's been through it. A lot of it is to not only this miscarriage of 1, but I had never been pregnant before prior to this, so it made me extremely anxious, worried for Emily. To know if she was going to survive, if she was going to be okay, if I was going to miscarry at any point, so that just kind of puts you in the state of mind that you're just worried. I was discharged though to the regular OBGYN. We waited till 12 weeks then to hear little Miss Emily's heartbeat. She was strong and good, and from that point my pregnancy went almost textbook normal. There was only a thing here or there that they checked up on, but nothing to worry about. So that is my trying to conceive journey that got me to Emily. If you have any questions, list them below. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. I hope it's not too boring. I wasn't vlogging, obviously, when I was pregnant with Emily. Maybe if I'm still doing YouTube by the time I get pregnant with baby number 2, I'll take you guys through the journey again. If you guys are trying to conceive, know that there's hope. There's so much resources out there. And talk to people. You feel like you're so alone during the journey and nobody gets you. But there's so many of us that do and are rooting for you and hope magnificent little babies in your future. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.